Okay, so I think we can begin. Let me go ahead and share my screen. And then, okay. Can everyone see this screen? Okay, perfect. So basically, this is what CG Scholar looks like when you log in. This is the landing page. So from here, I'm assuming everyone here has been on their CG Scholar profile. To get to your profile, you will go down here, go to profile, and once it loads, this is your CG Scholar profile. This is where your information lives, such as your bio, experience, education, your communities, your peers. Basically, this is what all of your peers and delegates will see if they go to your profile. So if you needed to make edits to this profile, you would go ahead and go to account settings. And from here, this is where you can go ahead and edit any of your personal information, your name, photo, any kind of websites you want to link. And under the account settings, this is where you go to update any interests, contacts, security. The one that we always encourage people to keep up to date is your affiliation. So in your affiliation, that's where your experience, where you put your experience, what your current role is, because that allows delegates to see what work you're working on and where and what facility you're with or establishment you're with. Other different settings you can change is your interests, your contact information. So this is where your email address will live and phone number. And then lastly, your preferences and security. So this is where you would go to update your password if you needed to. And then you can also go here to edit how you want CG Scholar to contact you and what email preferences you have. So from here, another good thing that you can get to from this drop-down menu is if you ever need assistance with anything, let me just admit that person, you can go to the Get Support, and this will bring you to our knowledge base. Here is where all of the articles live for CG Scholar purposes. And that's where you can go to get any help if you have any questions or you do not understand something. So if I hit on CG Scholar, this is where you can go to get help with logging in, digital content, events, etc. And if you are unable to get the help you need and you need further assistance, you can then scroll down and we have this little question at the bottom asking if it solved your problem. And you would hit no, and then that would bring you to open up a support ticket, and that would get sent to either to our support system, and one of us will assist you further. Okay, so going back to CG Scholar, up here, these are a couple of sublinks that you can use to get the different parts. To get to the conferences where the conference live, you can hit on event. And that will bring you to the events landing page. As you can see, the conferences are listed in chronological order. The one that's coming up first is obviously food studies, so that will be listed first. Another way you can get there is going to your events. And here it will show all of your events that you're registered for. And from here, you can go here to download a receipt. You can see get extras. If you have a proposal, this is where you can go to manage your proposal. Your proposal ID will be here. And this is also where you can go to see that you are registered for the conference. So to get to the food studies conference, you can either go back to the event page and click on the link for the food studies conference, or in your events, you can click on the link here, and this will bring you to one other person coming in. Let me admit them. This will bring you to the food studies microsite about page. So here, this is where you can see the information on the conference. So as you may know, this conference is one of our blended conferences. It's going to be taking place in person and also online. So here you can see where this conference will be taking place, a description, and then down here, this is where you can go to the conference website, and it talks about the themes and then our COVID update, keeping everyone updated on that. From here, if you had a proposal, this is where you can also go to manage your proposal. You can go to your registration. This is where the presentations live, which I'll get into in a little while. In a little. Special events, that's where you would go to sign up for any of the online events and also in-person events. And then the conference schedule. So moving on to presentations. Sorry, it always takes a little while. This is where you will go if you wanted to view the presentations. As you can see, they're kind of broken up by different sub links. So featured, these are any kind of presentations that we feature during a conference that we kind of highlight. You can view the presentations by theme. So these are broken up by each theme. Each person who made a presentation on each theme, they'll be kind of sorted under that specific theme. You can go by type. So this is paper presentation and a theme session. And then if you wanted to view all the presentations, you can just go alphabetically. So to get into a presentation, let's say you wanted to see this presentation, you'll click on the link and that will bring you to that delegate's abstract. And this kind of gives information on what the presentation is about, the type of presentation, the presenter, details. And as you can see, this person did not upload digital media. So if you would like for them to upload digital media, there's this helpful link down here where you can click request media, and that person will get an email requesting that someone wants to see work on this abstract. Let's go back to presentations, and I'll try and find one that has digital media so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so this one has digital media. As you can see, it will be listed under digital media, and this person uploaded a PDF. So if I were to click on this, it will then open up the PDF, and then you can go ahead and view their work. And then if you had a question on their presentation, this is where you will go to join the discussion and comment on it and ask any questions. So if I click on join the discussion, it will bring you to the discussion board for the whole theme. And you can add your comment here. And then once you add comment, they will get an email, and you can also at people as well if you have their name, and it will show up as a comment thread. I could show an example of what it looks like in a couple of minutes. You can edit your comment, and you can delete your comment, and you can reply to, and it kind of shows up as a comment thread. We're encouraging everyone to engage in conversation on the asynchronous sessions. That way, ask questions and start conversations. Another feature on the presentations, once it goes back to it. So this tab here, following. So let's say you find a presentation that you are really interested in. Sorry, let me go back to. And you just wanted to kind of bookmark it. You can go ahead and hit this follow button. And so when you go back to presentations, it will show up under following. So this is a good way if you kind of want to skim through them and you want to bookmark a few that you want to go back to and read more into. This is a good way of keeping track of those presentations. So that's basically the presentations tab. So moving on to the conference schedule. This is where it breaks down the conference into the conference days. So as you can see, we are on the pre-conference day, and everyone who's gotten here, I'm assuming you were able to find your way here through this online engagement session. This is where the different sessions throughout the conference will be. You can tell that they are live if they have live in parentheses next to the title. Once you hit on the discuss, that will bring you to the discussion board. And I'm going to show you an example of what the comment looks like. Excited for the conference. So add comment. Oh, I did two, sorry. So as you can see, it shows up as a comment and you can reply. And as you can see, you can delete your own comment, but that's basically what a comment looks like when you write on the discussion board. In the overview, it just gives you a description of the session, a time zone converter, since there are many people in different areas of the world. We like to put a helpful time zone converter. And another thing to know about the sessions, all of the live sessions will be recorded and uploaded after. That way people who are not able to attend can watch them later on. And this is where the Zoom links live. So schedule. So since this is a blended in-person conference, there are some sessions that you will, as virtual attendees, you will not have to pay attention to, such as coffee break and lunch. But if you would like to attend any of the other in-person sessions, such as the conference welcome and opening, they will be live streamed via Zoom. So this is where you will go to get that Zoom link and information of when that session is. And they are all listed under the conference time. I highly recommend using the time zone converter. That way you get the correct time of when that session is. So this is just another day 2. These are the events that will happen on day 2. And then day 3. And you can tell that, again, the sessions that are live, say live next to them. And then online only asynchronous, these are all the asynchronous sessions. So this is where you can go to view these presentations and kind of comment and ask questions on them. And then another way to get to the discussion board, you can hit this discuss and it will bring you to that discussion board. And then if I go back to online only, see, if this is where that follow feature comes in handy. As you can see, it says follow next to these presentations. So if you're skimming through and there are a few that you'd like to follow, you can go ahead and click on follow and those will show up in your following presentations. Let me see. And any featured presentations, they'll have the orange featured next to them. So those are just kind of presentations that are highlighted in the conference program. So let me see if I'm missing anything. I believe that is basically a run through of how you navigate the online conference, a pretty quick run through. So what I can do now is we can, let me see. Oh, wait. Stop sharing my screen if I can. And I can open it up for any questions. I see there are a few in the chat. Shweta, I think I pronounced that correct. Is there an option of voice message for comments in the discussion board? Let me see. I believe if you mean if there's an option to do voice to text in the comments, or
yeah, hi, can I speak?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, so I was thinking sometimes, it takes too long to type and it's not effective. So maybe if we can, instead of typing, have this option of like how I'm interacting with you at this moment. If you can speak, and so that will be more effective. So I was just wondering if there is an option of voice message.
Oh, okay, so you mean essentially like a voice memo to be put in the comment section in a way?
I don't know what is voice memo, but it's
so if you let me know if I'm not getting this correctly. So you mean to record a message and basically comment it as a voice message, or do you mean live interaction?
Yeah, something like that. Yes.
Oh, that's actually,
either way. Yeah.
yeah. At the moment, I do not believe that is a feature, but I can take a note of that and see if that's something that can be added, because we're always looking for feedback on the conference platform. So I'll take a note of that and I'll see if that's something that the software can be added into.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's a really good recommendation. Okay, so the next question comes from Miri. What does it mean 107? Okay, so the engagements, as you saw, I can share my screen again and show you. So the engagements that are listed underneath, that just means that's how many people have engaged with that schedule element. so it basically means that that's how many people have seen that schedule element. And so it's kind of like keeps track of what activity that section of the schedule is getting. I hope that answered your question.
So it doesn't mean necessarily that they're discussing it, it just means that they view it.
Yes, exactly. So it means that they've just went on and viewed that schedule element. But so they might go back to it later. It's kind of similar to you know, like when a video gets a view type thing on YouTube. I believe it's similar to that. I hope that answered your question. So, okay, how to add someone's name in the comment. So I believe you will need their name. Kinsey, you can correct me if I'm wrong. But you will need their name to add them, I believe. So it's similar to Facebook in a way. I don't know if you've used that feature, but if you get their name from the abstract, you should be able to add, and then it should automatically link it up with their profile. Let me know if that answered your question.
Do I need @ sign? Like,
yep, so you'll need to do the @ sign before it.
and so they will be notified.
Yeah, so they should be, if they should be notified by email. I believe that's the feature.
And if I don't do that, they will not be notified, right? If I just comment.
They will still get an email. So they'll still be notified as like overall, but if you want to personally write, make sure that they know that comment's for them. That's when you use the @ sign.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. So I see there's a time zone question, how you're 5 hours behind. So we are making sure to record the sessions. So you'll be able to log on whenever, and that's the beauty of having the asynchronous. You can log on whenever works for you, and you'll be able to view the recording. And the recording will be posted. We try to do it relatively quick after the session. We try to convert it and get it on YouTube, and it will be posted in the overview of that schedule element. So you'll be able to watch that video there. So this session that we're in right now, it will be, after the session is over, it will be converted and uploaded to the online engagement schedule element. So you'll always be able to view them. Okay, let me see the next question. The recordings will be available indefinitely, so they'll go into an archive, but you'll always be able to view them. Even after the conference has finished, you'll be able to go back into the conference online conference page and view the presentations and the recordings. So we do not turn those off, and the discussion board stays on, I believe, for a few weeks also as well. Okay, Nikita, I see your question. How many people are presenting? Nikita, just to confirm, do you mean in person or do you mean overall? Oops, I don't know where Nikita went. Is she? Oh, yes.
Overall. Yeah, just overall.
Overall, so online, I believe we have a little over 100 digital media submissions, and then in person, Kinsey, I don't know if you know the number for this.
I'm looking at the numbers right now. We have, I can only see we have 187 proposals. Where should I look to see who will be online?
So online, let me see if I can pull that up. I know in person, I believe we have 50 or 60. That's a rough estimate of how many people are in person. But I know it's the biggest in-person conference since we've gone back to in-person conferences. I believe this is our second or third in-person conference that we've had post-COVID. So it's a really good turnout for in-person also. Oh, Yerim, I see your hands raised.
Yes, we have right now 52 blended presenter in our recordings, and also we have, I think, 145 online presenter as well.
Yeah, so it's a really, really good turnout. Nikita, I hope that answered your question.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so Miri, so you're presenting, you have a virtual presentation, you're saying?
Yeah, I'm a presider for 2 online async sessions, and in one of them, I'm also presenting. I found everyone's discussion boards already, downloaded the media so I can start engaging with them, because that's what we're supposed to do as emerging scholars.
Yep.
But I cannot access my own discussion board, so I don't have the option where I see my own proposal. I don't have the discussion option.
Oh, okay, let me, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my email in the chat. And what I can do is after this, I can look in to see why, or Kinsey or Eram, I don't know if you're able to look at her registration and see.
I found your proposal. I just looked under presentations and then I went alphabetical and then I just searched your first name and I was able to find that. Would you like me to send a link?
I found my own proposal. I just don't have the discussion link that other proposals have. So I'm wondering if this is because it's my own proposal. So if I'm presenting, I can't engage in the board. How does it work? I'm wondering if it's just a glitch for me or
Right, I
for
am
everyone.
seeing that now.
Yeah, that's odd. That's really, let me see if it looks the same on my side as well.
Let me see.
Oh, so yeah, so you're saying there's no join discussion at the bottom. That's what you,
Exactly.
Yeah, that is weird.
yeah, we will need to look into that and see, because it might just be a glitch. So we might be able to see, because essentially the join discussion, what that will do is that will bring you, like you saw, it will bring you to the discussion board for that theme. So you should have that button as well. But
I know, I found it with everyone else in my session,
yeah,
right? But for my own, so I'm wondering if everyone that's presenting online doesn't have that in their own proposal.
yep. So basically let me see if I can try and find a way to show this. The discussion board, everyone who has that, it will bring you to the overall discussion board for that theme. So I'm trying to figure out why, yeah, that's weird, because you should still have that button on the bottom that should bring you to that. But let me see, let me post my email, and then what we can do is after this session, we can look into this and kind of, I don't know if you've been in contact, I think you've been in contact with Eram. We can see how we can fix this for you and see if it's just a glitch or we'll see what's going on with that, because that's really weird. Yeah, that should not be, that's not how it should be.
Well, I'm glad that I'm attending the session then. All right, I will contact you right after.
Okay, yeah, definitely. We'll contact you as well. We'll try and dive in and see what we can do to fix that. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Nikita, I see your question. Yes, so the asynchronous digital media, it will be available indefinitely. You'll be able to go back and view that even after the conference has ended.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Now Katie. Yeah, so her question, is it best to start engaging with the asynchronous sessions today and again through the conference runtime? Yep, so another benefit of being asynchronous, you can start engaging as of today, and you do not have to be constantly on your computer. You can go engage and come back to it later, but definitely feel free to start engaging and viewing the media today. Even though the conference starts tomorrow, we definitely start those conversations, start commenting on presentations, and throughout the whole conference, and even after, like, feel free to keep engaging with the sessions, because we always encourage people to do that. You're welcome, Katie. Is there any? Let me make sure I didn't miss any questions. Are there any other questions? Feel free to raise your hand or write it in the chat. Oh, let me see. I'm in the chat. I'm going to post a few helpful. Oh, sweet, I see you have your hand raised. Feel free to, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yeah. Hi. Thank you, Elizabeth. I don't have a question, but I just saw Irem. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. And I just wanted to thank her because I'm seeing her at the moment. I'm sorry I can't switch my video on because I'm not at home and I'm sitting in my car and attending this session.
That's okay.
But she's been very, very helpful, and so I just saw her and I just wanted to thank you so much for all your help and support, because I was a little late. I was unwell and I was wondering what do I do, and I couldn't record my video. I had this bad cough and she was very helpful, and thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to help you.
Thank you for that. Let me see. In the chat right now, I am going to post a few helpful links that you can use. Oops. Okay, I think it went. Here are just a few links that we kind of went over. CG Scholar homepage, and also the Food Studies Conference microsite, and how to update your profile, guide to event, digital media. And then, so are there any other, if there are no other questions, what I will also do now is, following this session at 11 a.m. CST, we are having the online Think and Drink welcome reception. Basically, it is a very informal way of getting to know all the delegates. We'll have William Cope there, and also we will have the conference chair for the 2022 Food Studies Conference, who will say a few words, and then we go around the room, introduce ourselves, and then we also, while you're introducing yourselves, I usually try to post your presentation in the chat. That way everyone knows what work you worked on for the conference. So let me get that link put into the chat. That way you have that. And then I see, oh, Katie, thank you for your comment. And like this session, so if you're not able to attend the Think and Drink session, we will be recording it, and we will be uploading it later today. So if you're not able to attend it live, you can go back later today or whenever you're available and view the recording if you're interested in seeing that session. And then tomorrow, that will be the first day of the conference, and I encourage everyone to go and attend those, even if they're in person, attend the Zoom sessions because they will be live streamed. And always comment on the discussion boards, ask questions. My email is in the chat in case anybody has any questions. Miri, we're going to look into that right after this meeting and see what is going on with that. I believe it might just be a glitch, but we'll see how we can get your discussion board button back up, because that's definitely, that looks a little weird. Okay, so if there are no other questions or comments, I believe we can end it at that. I hope to see everybody who can attend at the next session at 11. And thank you for attending this morning's session. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Well.
Oh, Kinsey ear, I don't know. Let me see.